What up, y'all? It's Tasha here with the lovely Dayon.
Hey, what's up? What's
lovely?
up?
Or you say handsome? Is handsome?
I would prefer handsome.
Okay, I'm gonna say the handsome Dayon in the building. Dayon Dunlap.
That's how I talk.
Dayon Dunlap in the building. Talking all fast. But what up, y'all? For real. It's another Saturday of In the Game, and we are just gonna come with y'all with some sports, some hot topics that have been going on throughout the week. But before we get to all of that, we're gonna talk about the Pro-Am League that we've been attending for the past 2 weeks.
Yep, 2 weeks.
It's been a pretty good league so far. What you think?
It's been a really competitive league, man. I've been enjoying the basketball there. You got how many NBA players? A lot of players playing overseas. I think Jonathan Simmons is there. Isaiah Cannon. They actually played a head-to-head matchup. It was a really good game.
It was actually a great game.
7-1-3 Flight actually won that game. Isaiah Cannon, his team was coming off for a win where they beat the team that won it all last year, Competitive Choice. So it's been some really good games, man. I thank you for Casey and No Excuses Foundation for having us there and allowing us.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out for doing post-game interviews and stuff like that. But it's been really good. It's every Monday and Wednesday at the Funny Recreation here in Houston. At
6 o'clock, y'all. So y'all should come out this Monday and check them out. Check out all the, get to meet all the NBA players, the overseas players, some rappers, some DJs from, locally in Houston. So it's actually a pretty cool experience if you just love that type of atmosphere.
Yeah, man, it's been really good. It's been a good who else? Oh, I was thinking about the celebrity game that you was there the following day. How did that go?
That was the hip hoops for hip hop.
Yeah, I think Propane was on.
Propane, the rapper that was over that, and he hosted it. He actually only prepared it in 3 days, which was actually crazy to me when he told me that. I was able to interview, people from DJs from locally Houston, NFL players that play for the Colts, things like that. If you guys want to check that out, you can check out my Instagram. It is Latasha, LATASHA_N_Jones. I have some footage of me and my girl Sierra Henry, who also covered it with me.
What's up, Sierra?
Shout out to Sierra, who helped me with this event that I had. We also have some pictures for you to see of different rappers and different, NFL, NBA players that were also in the celebrity game. But we also have a tournament that's going on this weekend that's in Dallas.
Dallas, yeah.
Your hometown.
Hometown, y'all already know Triple D. Yeah, the FedEx tournament. And I think it's a lot of good games in there. I actually can't wait till it's a tournament next week, Poe Bill's tournament.
Also in Dallas?
Yeah, also in Dallas, where I will be at that one. I may try to catch some of the games at the FedEx tournament. So it's basketball all year round. And speaking of basketball, man, we got to talk about the NBA Summer League, in which your brother Jesse tweeted and was like, it's kind of more interesting than the playoffs. I kind of know what he meant, just kind of saying, because you really don't know what to expect.
Right.
And we all know who's going to win the playoffs.
And it's like you don't have all the superstars in it, so you just see the young cats just balling out. And it's actually good to watch because you get to see them just play their ball. And that's what's interesting about the Summer League for me.
Yeah, me too. We're getting to see the young rookies, high draft picks, see how they fare against pros, where they be in the NBA or played overseas somewhere. So it's really good to see. And Dennis Smith from the Dallas Mavericks been balling. He's averaging 20 points, 5 assists, and is undefeated right now. I think they play today. They play against the Boston Celtics against Jason Tatum, who's the 3rd overall pick, and he's averaging 17 right now. So I can't wait to see that matchup today. Also, Lonzo Ball, man, he's the talk of the Summer League. We say the biggest star in the Summer League right now? Everyone's been going to see him. LeBron James. Everyone's going to check him out, but we got to talk about his shoe choice, man. They've been switching it up. He got his first 2 games, he wore his shoe, the ZO2, from the Big Baller brand. The first game he didn't have so good. Second game, he had his first triple-double, 11 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists. And then he pulled out the Kobe's.
Yes.
Put up 36 points, another triple-double. And then
he got the win that day, too.
And he got the win.
Like 2 or something like that?
Yep, he hit, got an and one to kind of close out the game. And then the game after the day, I think it was not yesterday, the day before, he played in some James Harden Adidas. So he kind of talked about his idea. Well, what he said in his press conference was the independent from Big Baller brand being able to wear whatever you want. But what you think about that? Like, if you had your own shoe, would you wear other NBA players' shoe? Of course you can just be independent. But for me, myself, I wouldn't do it. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like you being a rapper, say you're Tupac, or just say you're the Migos, and it's like coming out to some Travis Scott. You know what I'm saying? You want to come out to your own stuff and support your own brand. That's what I think.
But I think, just like he said in his press conference, I feel like, he's trying to basically say he's not limiting himself to only being able to wear his shoe and only his shoe. I think he's saying he's capable of, wearing whatever shoe he wants within his brand.
Right.
So I kind of feel like they're starting something. Like they're kind of making it seem like they're kind of making another like Adidas Nike thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you sign with Nike, you can only wear Nike.
Right.
If you sign with Adidas, you can only wear Adidas. But if you sign with Big Baller Brand, you can wear whatever you want.
That's the good thing.
So I think that's what he's trying to get his point across. And Daddy work in mysterious ways. Yeah. So I feel like that's exactly what he's trying to begin. He's trying to start something to where people don't have that option when they sign with Nike or when they sign with Adidas or Under Armour or whoever they're signed with. They are forced to wear nothing but those shoes. So I feel like
you think we could see athletes sign with Big Baller Brand?
In the future, I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it too. If they make themselves a household name,
yes.
I could definitely see that.
Definitely.
Lonzo Ball, just think, you never watch an NBA game or any kind of game where they actually focus in on a player's shoe.
Right.
And this is the first time I'm actually seeing that, and actually focusing in on the shoe and having a topic of conversation. We're here talking about his shoes right now.
But I mean, like you said, like before we were talking about timing. Timing is everything. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he came out at the right time. His dad did everything in perfect timing.
Yep.
The shoe brand, the hats, everything came out in perfect timing, which made it, made their story and their line blossom perfectly, right on time. And I feel like it's just gonna continue to grow and be better and better every year.
Yeah, LeVar Ball has been doing a great job of marketing what he said. Everything he says and comes out, he's like, I'm marketing. That's what he told Magic Johnson. And one of his good interviews, his last one that I saw, he was like, man, I got him as far as I could take him. Magic Johnson, he's in your hands now. And Lonzo Ball, man, he's balling out. I think he's averaging 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists. And he plays tonight to play against the Brooklyn Nets. I think they will get that victory. So it's interesting, man. The Lakers actually just made another addition to their team that signed Contavious Caldwell-Pope from the Detroit Pistons, a young two-guard. I think he'd probably be in their starting lineup next to Lonzo and Brandon Ingrams. They have a good young core, man. I'm excited to see what the Lakers to do. LeVar already said they're going to make the playoffs and he's going to win Rookie of the Year. I'm not too sure about that. I want to see if they'll win this NBA Summer League. I'm liking the Dallas Mavericks and Dennis Smith Jr. He's been looking like the best rookie in the NBA Summer League.
I mean, I can feel you, but I don't know about the best rookie.
I don't know, man. From the guard position, he's been pretty much dominating every single game. I can't wait to see. He's gonna. I don't know if Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown play tonight for themselves because they didn't play in the last game, but they still got the victory. So,
is number 1 draft pick still hurt?
Markelle Fultz. Yeah, his team lost. Now the NBA in the summer league.
Ankle.
Yeah, right? Sprained ankle. The first week they had 3. Every team had 3 games, and then they turned it into a tournament format, which is what they announced. So when you win, you go on. You lose, you go to the consolation bracket. So the 4 teams that we have left is the Mavericks. They play the Celtics today, which I just mentioned, and you got the Lakers playing the Brooklyn Nets. So I'm excited to see that, man. And
my question is, within him being hurt, Markelle Fultz, do you think that they saw enough of him?
I think so. From when I watched him, he showed that he can do while you drafted him. He can be able to score the ball at a proficient rate. He looked like he scored the ball at will. I mean, not at will, but easily. He looked like he's a smooth scorer, and he will be able to do that. Because he's going to play primarily off ball for Philadelphia because they drafted Ben Simmons last year. He's going to be primarily the point guard, so he'll really be looked upon just to score. So I think he will do it. I think their future is bright. I definitely trust the process. Joel Embiid showed he's going to be a force in the NBA. So it's going to be good, man. I can't wait to see a lot of young talent. But we got to talk about James Harden, man. He just got a extension, 228 record deal. Don't forget, he just got a $300 million contract from Adidas. Not counting his pocket. I'm glad.
You are counting his pocket.
But hey, man, we're going to play this little clip for him because he just kind of talked briefly about that. Well, yeah, well, give us a second while we're getting it ready. But yeah, James, what you think about James Harden and that deal? Because last week we were just talking about Stephen Curry. He had a record deal. I think his was a $208 million, and James Harden $228 million. Think he is well deserved?
No.
Why not?
Because he doesn't. To me, he doesn't play to his full potential. To me, he doesn't give his all at every single game. I don't agree with
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, I just don't feel like he's worth that much money, at all. And then it's like we're trying to build a team. How are you gonna build a team and you paying a man that's not even worth what you paying him? You know what I'm saying?
Well, what is he worth? He's the best player on the team, right?
Great. That's
he's one of the best players in the NBA,
that's great,
right?
But that's to be determined right now that we have, recruited people. That's to be determined. This coming season is to be determined to whether he is the best player on a team. Okay, so I don't know why Chris Paul could come in and do work if we get Carmelo Anthony. If we get Carmelo Anthony, it's a battle between the three. You can't just give this man all this money.
It's James Harden's team. Period. He's been there
for now.
He's been there
for now.
He's gonna
because
retire,
to me he's not great. Retire, because right now you're not playing to your full potential, especially with that last game that you just played in the playoffs. That was awful. And for you to be the leading player and all these things, and everyone's playing you, talking you up like you just the most incredible player of H-Town. Like, you went out with 10 points, bro.
Nah, I feel you, man. I can't.
And then had the nerve to go to the club, the strip club, the concerts, and the pregame and the after parties with 10 points. Now, you should have been in your bed dwelling on the fact that you was played that awful.
Man, let's check out this interview he just did the other day.
$228 million, the highest ever in NBA history. Have you been able to wrap your head around that?
I'm worried about this camp, man. My money won't change me or do anything for me. Obviously, it's credit to my work ethic and me, being in the gym and the people that I have around me. But it doesn't change anything. I'm here for these kids. I'm here, to be a positive role model to whoever I come in contact with.
Did you ever think that your name would be mentioned in the same sentence as stars of the games as the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant, and the Stephen Curry?
Yeah, for sure. And all those guys had that same goal as well for the players that was in front of them. So, it's just got to continue to work hard, continue to have a dream, a mindset, and go get it.
What did you learn about playing with him?
Obviously, we all know how smart he is. He sees things before they happen. So when you got a guy like that on your team, it makes you step your game up a lot more.
When you look at how tough the West looks on paper right now, what's it mean to add a guy like that and be able to maybe break through?
Yeah, I mean, it's important. I think the Warriors, set a standard, and so I think everybody's trying to get to that standard and try to compete with them.
Hey, would you embrace Melo in the squad, and what would he mean if he did come?
Obviously, Melo's one of the best players that we have in this league as well. But that's out of my hands. I'll let the front office deal with that. And if we can get him, obviously, he will help our team tremendously. But like I said, what we have right now in our locker room is pretty good.
What's your take on that? I saw you shaking your head while listening to it.
I think it's a bunch of baloney. They said, what does it feel like to be talked about with the highest athletes such as LeBron James and like to be in the same realm? What?
I mean, you're acting like he's not one of the best players in the NBA. He's top 10 best players in the NBA. He's a superstar. James Harden is, I don't know. I mean, I understand judging him by that last game, but you got to judge his whole body of work.
That's not even the first game that he's played like that, and just gave up. Like, and you didn't even care. You know what I'm saying? Like, you being the face of a team, you supposed to go out balling. Like, I don't care what it is, 10 points is not going to cut it.
You got to have that Kobe mentality.
Right. You got to go get it. If you don't want it, then sit on the bench and let somebody else take over. Because it seemed like when it come down to it in clutch games, he don't want it, ever. And I don't like that.
I mean, I agree now. That's why I think the addition of CP3 will help him tremendously because, like he said, CP3 is a smart basketball player. And those pressure moments where James handled the ball all last year, I think CP3 handled the ball and James can focus primarily on scoring. Yeah. And I think mentally and physically he gets fatigued.
So basically he's not a true point guard is what you're trying to say.
No, I don't think he's a true point guard. Okay. I think he's a real basketball player. He can play the point, which he showed last year, but I think he's really a scorer.
Okay. That
can play make. So when you have one of the best playmakers in the NBA, you add them to your team, in which I think he would play on ball just like a lot of times. But they'll switch. I don't think it would be a conflict like I want the ball. I think they both can. Whoever grabs the rebound and kick it to either Chris Paul or James Harden and run the break. Chris Paul can play off the ball. He's a better shooter than Patrick Beverly, who played off the ball last year. So I think it will flourish. But one thing that really stuck out to me was what he said about Carmelo Anthony. Mm-hmm. He's one of the best players in the NBA. And when you watch ESPN, when I watch it, they really disrespect Carmelo like he's not one of the best players in the NBA.
This is true.
Now, I don't understand that. Like, if they get Carmelo Anthony, I think they will be able to make some noise in the West. I think they'll be able to make some noise in the West. With this team they got now, I think it makes them a little better, but I don't think they can compete with Golden State.
I just want to see it. I just want to see how all's gonna mesh together. Because right now, I really don't have the vision that it's gonna mesh well. I don't see it just yet. But I do see that CP3 is going to make a change, and he is going to, you know, step up where James lacks.
Yeah.
So I do see that. But at the end of the day, without another person like Carmelo or whoever else can come in and step in and be that third factor, then I don't see us hanging in there with anybody.
What do you mean with Golden State?
Yeah. I'll say that. We'll go Golden State.
Because I think with CP3, they already showed without CP3 last year, they compete with everybody else in the West. So I think now, like he just said, we're chasing Golden State. They set the standard, and that's the standard we're trying to get. With the addition of Carmelo Anthony, I think it makes them a step closer. I don't know, though. I don't know, man. Golden State got so much better, like we already mentioned.
I mean, their whole bench is stacked.
Got Nick Young coming off the bench.
Everything is stacked.
I think he's going to be a really good addition. They got Omer Caspi. They still re-signed Iguodala and Andre Livingston. So, man, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
You think anybody else is going to take a pay cut?
Coming up in the NBA? Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. Possibly. I don't know.
Somebody that is a
star.
KD stardom.
I don't
you
think so.
Somebody is going to take a pay cut to make their team better?
I don't think so. I don't know. I can't see Russell Westbrook taking a pay cut. I can't see what other superstar. I don't know, man. That's a good question. If it was me, I wouldn't. Just depends on the situation.
Me either.
I mean, if I wouldn't do it. I gotta have mine. Either.
I'd be like, I'm worth this. I deserve this. Right. I worked hard to get here, and I want my money.
I mean, I think it's more on the owners. They're billionaire owners, so give me my money and go over the tax, and then we're in a luxury tax. You have to pay more money, but you have more money than me. So why should I take less when you have more money and you can pay out more money and develop our roster throughout? So
that's true,
man. I
but you know, everybody has their own what do you call it? Their own, I guess, salary of like, okay, this is how much I'm giving, and this is all I'm giving. Like,
right. Yeah,
It's only a portion. Like, I'm not finna give you $3 billion.
Yeah.
And, not be like, okay, hold up now.
Yeah.
I understand why the owners and everybody is doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I understand too, man. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. I can't wait till the Summer League tonight. Again, we mentioned Dallas Mavericks. They're playing against the Boston Celtics at 8 o'clock on ESPN. In the game before that, you also have the Portland against San Antonio. Yep. And you got the Lakers playing at Lonzo Ball again. What's your take on Lonzo Ball in his game?
I think he's doing great. I think he's living to the standard of what everyone was talking about. Like, everyone wanted to see him come and ball out. And right now in Summer League, that's exactly what he's doing. He's showing his capabilities. Yes, his first game, he didn't play as hot, but I don't think that was necessarily all just him. I think it was fear. I think it was, this is my first time in the NBA, affiliated with all these people. All these people are watching me. Everybody has this certain standard, this bar set for me, and I got to live up to it. And if I don't, it's a problem. So I think it was just so much just going on, so much emotion, and just like he couldn't control it all. And I think, after that one game, he was like, you know what, I'm ready.
I think so.
I think he did his thing.
Yeah, triple-double. And one thing I do like on the court is his demeanor.
Yeah.
He doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. And I think that's really good from a point guard's perspective, especially from a leader's perspective. Magic always called him one on the face of the franchise. So you got to be able to have that even kill, even when you're struggling. His best attribute as a basketball player is passing and being able to get everyone involved. He made some passes the other day that I was just like, wow, from caught the rebound and just threw it over the top. So I'm like, this boy is nice, man. I can't wait to see him flourish and see what he does tonight and play at the next level. But we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we still got more to talk about. We're going to talk about Connor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather press conference and more. So keep it locked right here to 1520 KYND. You're listening to In the Game.
We are so excited at KYND to have back the hit show Do What I Say, featuring Dr. Polly Heil-Neely. Doc, tell them a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, we're a holistic healthcare clinic. We do everything holistic at Abundant Health and Wellness Clinic, and that's located at 323 East Main Street in downtown Humble, Texas. Or you can call us 281-312-2860.
Tune in every Wednesday at 11 a.m. on KYND.
Hi,
right, this is James Dixon, your host for Empower Talk Live, right here on the fabulous KYND 1520 AM. And wow, do I have a show for you coming up on Monday, July 17th at 6 o'clock p.m. The amazing Slim Thug, the artist, rapper, and entrepreneur, along with Johnny Hollins and Boss Life Construction, will be my guest. We'll talk about urban economic development and empowerment and why it's important for all of us to be engaged with creating our own economic wealth building system. And you might need a home. Join me and Paris Ely right here on Empower Talk Live on July 17th. Slim Thug, James Dixon, it's going to be powerful.
This is Rashawn McDonald, the host of Money Making Conversations. Money Making Conversations gives free advice for career and small business opportunities so you can be successful. This Monday, my guests are ESPN's Stephen A. Smith and the legendary comedian George Wallace.
Money Making Conversations with Rashawn McDonald this Monday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 1520 KYND.
With me, Zakia Larry of Zakia Larry Live, every Monday at 10 a.m. on KYND 1520 a.m.
In a world where the divorce rate is at an all-time high, we're here to offer you real-life relationship advice to help you navigate to and through your marriage.
Whether you're single or married, join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Your Love Empowerment Hour with our new show,
Sitting with the Suttons, where we're all about strengthening our community by making marriage great again. Find us on Facebook at Tristan and Cece. Whether you're single or married, join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Your Love Empowerment Hour, Sitting with the Suttons.
Sitting with the Suttons, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. on 1520 KYND.
For actress, radio host, and mother, please welcome to Money Making Conversations, the incredible Yolanda Adams. Come on out there, girl.
What's up? We back. You listen to In the Game on KYND. If you just now joined us, we start off the show talking about Summer League and the Houston Summer League hosted by No Excuses that have been played at the Fundy. One thing we got to mention about Jonathan Simmons, he just signed a 3-year. I don't know if he signed the deal, but it's been reported that he agreed to a 3-year deal with the Orlando Magic. So shout out to him. We know he is a Cougars alumni, so we got it real for our boy Jonathan Simmons. What's going on? But right now we have to talk about Floyd Mayweather and Connor McGregor, man. It was some
heated press conferences.
Heated press conferences, man, to say the least. A lot of profanity used, some racial slurs and homophobic slurs by Floyd. But overall, man, you think that's is it fair in the sport that they're in? Is it do you give it the okay to say some of those comments since they're actually going to do physical combat? Or what's your take? You think is it any line to cross? You know what I'm saying? Because they crossed them all on either way.
Yeah, they really did. But I think, if you give them the freedom of speech to say whatever it is they want to say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, either way, I think it's like I can get under your skin if I say this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we are about to go in and box, like fight, like legit go head to head. And if I can get under your skin and make you feel some type of way before I can do that, then I'm going to do what I got to do to get underneath there. So I feel as if, do what you got to do.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. I didn't really take offense to anything he said because, it was offensive, but it's like Floyd had the opportunity to bounce and say whatever back. So it ain't like, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I can say, though, is if Floyd said some of those same things and they call him obnoxious or he's being flamboyant or all these different terms, but he's looked at differently. But when Conor McGregor says it,
it's okay.
They kind of give him a pass, and
that's why I think.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's
it's
why
a double
I feel
standard.
as if he's being standoffish. I feel as if he's like, you know what? I don't even have time for this. I'm bigger and I'm better than this. And so that's why I feel like he's not really saying as much as what Conor is saying because I think he will be looked at differently. Fans and people will really just stop really just messing with Mayweather altogether. But I do think that he said some things, Conor said some things that shouldn't have been said, especially when he said, "Dance for me, boy."
Let's listen to one of his comments right now.
of age. Dress your age. Carrying a school bag on stage. What are you doing with a school bag on stage? You can't even read. 40 years old carrying a school bag. The man doesn't even read.
A school bag.
Yeah.
A backpack.
A backpack.
It got all his money in it. You know, that's everybody knows that about Mayweather. If you know Mayweather, you know he carry a school bag for his money. I mean, he carries that much money where it can't be a man bag. It got to be a school bag.
Yeah, but what he said was, you can't even effing read, boy.
Yeah, that he did.
You're 40 years old, you can't even read.
40 years old?
Yeah, 40 years old, actual age. We know why. I don't know if you don't know why he said that, but Floyd was it was a couple years ago. I forgot where it was on. He kind of had trouble reading something or whatever, but that was not the only racial slur he said. Like you mentioned before we listened to that clip, he was like, "Dance for me, boy, dance for me, boy." And then his other press conferences, he was mentioned a black woman. I forgot exactly what he said, but he mentioned a black woman. And he started like humping the air. What did he say, RJ?
All right, so he said, to all my black females out there, I got something for you. And he started gyrating his hips and stuff like that, you know.
And then he said that he is black. He's not racist because he's black from the waist down. So, but then I think in that same press conference, he was like, I love Mayweather's females. And pointed to him and like pointed them all out. And, you know, like, you just doing the most, you know, like, you just doing the most. Then in that same press conference when he came onto the, I guess, stage, arena, however you want to call it, he was playing with Mayweather's head, touching and feeling on the man's head, you know. And for us to be rivals right now, don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? Don't touch me because I'm going to get up and I'm going to go Mayweather on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't touch me. And for Mayweather, I thought he was really big of a person for that because he literally just laughed and just sat there.
Yeah, Mayweather is showing some good professionalism as far as being 100%. Able to take a lot of those punches he's throwing in. But Mayweather said a lot of things, too. He said one of the homophobic slurs called him I don't know want to say it, but he's been saying, throwing his little jabs in there, too. But I think Connor is doing, I think what he done is good, a salesman, as far as like, I think he did get under Floyd Mayweather's skin, but he has to do that to try to get Floyd to fight him. Right. Because the style of fight that we know Floyd's going to fight, he's going to not run around the ring, but be moving a lot and be able to hit him. Yeah, while Connor wouldn't be able to hit him. So I think he kind of pull any tactic he can to try to get Floyd mad to fight him. But
I think Floyd is way too experienced for that.
Way too experienced.
Like, maybe in his early heyday, you could have got him doing all that. But right now, I mean, he even shows it in the press conferences that you cannot get me this way. This is not the way to get me. Yep. Maybe if he was to come out and talk about some kids or something, maybe that would be a little bit more. But his women, first of all, they change every day. Yeah. So
he mentioned Floyd now owns a strip club where he had like 50 women on his payroll. What he said, I was surprised that
I think that is like true though. Like I think
that's true. Yeah. That's definitely true. I was surprised he didn't bring up Mayweather's domestic violence past, in which he was actually convicted for. He didn't actually bring that up, but that was interesting.
Maybe he felt like that was just too low blow.
Maybe.
Because he did say F the Mayweathers. Yeah. Not just F him. He said F the Mayweathers. To me, that's my whole family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
Like that's you.
But Floyd Mayweather Sr. was also talking some trash too. Yeah. So he went on and did some shows and was talking kind of Connor McGregor and saying Floyd was gonna beat him up and all that. Do you think Floyd will knock him out, or do you think it may go 12 rounds?
I don't know about a knockout. I do think Floyd is gonna come out with the W.
Of course.
But I don't think it's gonna be a knockout because I feel like Connor is not gonna let that happen. He is gonna fight till he can't fight no more.
But I think it might be so bad that Floyd may be beating him up so bad and
they may stop it.
His eyes may be closed or something that they may just end up stopping it. Because he's not gonna be able to hit Floyd with a clean shot.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be able to do it.
And their style of fighting is completely different.
He's coming from UFC. He's not a traditional boxer.
Completely different.
But it's going to be good to see. I can't wait to see it. And this on the 28th, 29th, Adrian Broner is going to fight Mikey Garcia, who's undefeated. And Adrian Broner at one point in time was one of the best welterweights, looked up as maybe the next Floyd Mayweather, but he suffered 2 defeats. That's going to be a really good fight. And I also want to mention the Canelo Alvarez and Triple G fighting, I believe, is in September. So I can't wait, man. Boxing is back. I'm loving the sport of boxing. I love every sport right now, man. But I can't wait for football.
Here you go.
I got to mention, man, I can't wait for football,
let's
man.
talk about Cowboys. Let's go.
Now,
Let's do it.
We can always talk about my Cowboys, man. Dak won the ESPY for most breakout player.
Yes.
Congratulations to Dak on that.
Congratulations.
But, man, the boy Ezekiel Elliott, the NFL is still saying that they may suspend him 1 or 2 games for an incident that allegedly happened in which he was convicted for. The police was like they finished their investigation.
This was for whenever they were like Mardi Gras?
No, that was before that when he came out of college. And some young lady was like they did something, but he turned over his phone, text messages and everything, and the police closed the case. But it's being reported on ESPN that the NFL is still looking into the matter, and they may
So the police closed the case, but the NFL did not.
Yeah, the NFL saying that they may suspend Ezekiel
So
Elliott
I get off
to
scot-free from legal problems, but when it comes to my job, I have to be suspended 6 games?
No, they're saying possibly, well, they don't know, possibly a 1 or 2 game. But a suspension, I think that would be too far, man. He wasn't convicted of anything. Why and how could you suspend him for anything?
What race is this?
Oh, the young lady?
Yes.
I'm not sure. I have no idea.
I don't know. I think that's just too much. I think that they're just trying to find a way to not have him play.
Yeah,
because I just feel like it's pointless. Like if the cops
trying to
say
ruin my Cowboys
right,
season because we're Super Bowl contenders.
Oh Lord,
that's what they're trying to do.
If the cops say I'm scot-free and nothing went wrong, I did nothing bad, I did nothing wrong, I'm not having jail time, nothing, then why are we talking about this? Why are y'all still talking about it? It doesn't make sense.
Also, Richard Sherman came out and was saying because I don't know if he was asked the question, but he made a reference to the contracts that the NBA players are getting versus the NBA. And actually, one of my NBA players, the contracts they're getting, how large they are, more than NFL players. Actually, one of my friends actually sent me a text about the annual salary of the NHL and how much money they were getting more than the NFL as well. And Richard Sherman was like, if NFL players want to make that money like NBA players were getting, we're going to have to strike. That means maybe send out some games and maybe have another lockout or whatever.
And Richard Sherman said this.
Richard Sherman said this. I think he is in the NFL Players Association.
Here we go.
Person, whatever the term is. But I think so, man. I think it's no reason why NFL players shouldn't be getting that money.
Right.
There's the most violent sport.
There's so many of them.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
There's so
though.
many.
There's 53 players on the NFL roster.
And also, you forgetting about the practice squad that
Plus
they
the practice squad.
There's so many practice players that don't even travel with the team, and they getting paid
Right.
6 figures.
Right.
Like that is just crazy to me. And then it's like you got to pay them, you got to pay the coaches. There's how many coaches
But
is
this is
there?
a $1 billion industry, though.
You're right, but at the end of the day, each team has all these people. It's
the
$1
money-
billion can only go so far. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a
They
lot
have
of money.
billions. These owners have billions
but
they're making.
Look now.
You got to add an account to all the sponsors that they
But
get.
then you also have to add that some of these people are superstars, and they honestly deserve the money that they are getting.
Right.
Some of these players just be there. You know what I'm saying? Like be sitting on the bench.
I know,
they travel, but they
look,
just sit
look
there.
at
They get 6 figures, bro. Come on.
But look at some of these bench players. As people are being signed in the NBA that you don't even know their name. You can't even remember their names. They're getting big time contracts, $100 million contracts. Otto Porter Jr. You know who that is? See, his name don't ring a bell, do it? Play for the Washington Wizards. He just got signed a max deal for the Washington Wizards, $100 million contract. You mean to tell me he's worth more than some of these NFL stars?
But
No.
that's just like Isaiah.
Isaiah Thomas?
Yes, he really gets paid poo cheese
Yeah.
for what he's worth. What
Yeah,
was it? I think
he
it's like
hasn't-
what?
Yeah,
I
he hasn't
just
got
saw
his,
it too.
his big deal. Yeah, but I think once his contract is up, he'll get his big deal. Like this was Stephen Curry's just big deal, which is well deserved.
Mhm.
But remember, he was having ankle.
So you
staying
telling
healthy.
me? Let's go back to James over here. So you telling me you honestly believe that James is worth $228 million?
I think James Harden is worth that money, and I say that because he is a cornerstone on a franchise. He can be a franchise player that you can build around, and he can take you. He can. He needs help. He does need help. I'm not saying he can do it alone, but he's one of the best players in the NBA, and he's deserving to be a highest paid NBA on a team. He carried the Rockets all the way last year. He did it by him. No other stars on that team. They had a lot of good role players, but he's well deserving of their contract money. But I can give you a player in the NFL that makes less than him that deserves a contract just like that.
Who?
Why are NFL players getting $200 million contracts? That's what I'm trying to ask you. I wonder why. I think they deserve it. Like Le'Veon Bell right now. He's waiting on seeking a long-term deal. He's one of the best players in the NFL, running back.
Do you hear this?
That thunder going on.
It's a tornado out there.
It's a hurricane in here. You survive every Saturday. These waves in my hair. you dig what I'm saying, man?
That was a good one. I like that one.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, for real, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but at the end of the day, there's just so many NFL players, like so many coaches, so many,
That's one point that you
so
do
many
have.
different, what do they call it? Like, you got to pay.
You got coaches, players.
But you also have another side to it. Like, for instance, at U of H, just being at U of H and, seeing practice squad, the actual
like the red shirt players.
The red shirt players.
Like
and then
the,
you see
practice
all the
squad
coaches.
players in the NFL.
Right.
Then
Then you see all the coaches. Then you see people on the backside who's running it all. You got to pay all of them. Got to do social media people. Yeah. There's so many people within the NFL that it's just money has to be stretched. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I do understand that some of these players, they do need more money than what they're getting. That's a given. But it's just so many people.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Announcers.
And that's a really good argument. But that's not coming from the NFL's money.
That's come from that team, though. Like, if you have a team.
Well, yeah, you're right.
At your stadium, you have your own announcers. You have all your stuff. All that's coming from,
Yeah, but these owners are $1 billion. They just said the Cowboys are worth what? The highest franchise worth came out on Forbes magazine. I forgot the numbers, but they were number one. Then the Yankees were number two. So you have these $1 billion franchises that are worth billions.
Yeah.
4 or 5 billion. I think the Cowboys were worth, and then you have the Yankees. So
basketball gets paid more than baseball?
Baseball has the most. They have
could have sworn I looked
contracts.
it up the other day and it said
I think it's baseball first. Baseball is first, I know for sure. Baseball is NFL is last. And I'm trying to figure out why, man. That's the longest short term.
So who do you think should be last? Is my question. Who do you think?
Can't say.
Because I mean, in the NFL, their time span is limited.
That's what I'm saying too. So they should get more guaranteed money, I think, up front. When they sign their contract, they should at least get more guaranteed money because their career could be ended the next game. They can lose their life playing the sport that they play. So why can they not?
Stuff.
Why shouldn't they be the highest paid? That's all I'm saying.
So
I'm not saying
NFL
baseball.
Should be
nobody
highest paid.
The NFL players should be the highest paid sports.
Then who's second?
That's the most popular sport in America.
Right. But who's second?
NBA.
And then who's third?
Baseball.
And fourth?
Hockey. And then, hockey.
Skirt? What? How you forget about soccer, man? That's like
I know. I was saying soccer
like
too,
hockey,
but
man?
just American sports. Hockey. I mean, soccer.
I think soccer beats hockey because I don't really watch it.
Right, globally. Yeah. Okay, we'll go
hockey
with that.
Hockey goes
soccer.
all around overseas and
we'll go with that soccer and then hockey.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting, man. Before we go to break, have you caught any of those Big Three games where Ice Cube's league, where it's a Big Three tournament, where it's a 3-on-3 tournament? He has some former NBA players. And if you haven't watched any of the games that come on Fox Sports 1, I think they're going to be in Dallas soon. But they have players like Steven Jackson, Allen Iverson, Al Harrington.
Who doesn't want to watch Allen Iverson? Come on now.
Yeah, so it's been some really good games, man. Al Harrington has been killing. Steven Jackson, who's actually from Beaumont, so shout out Stack. Man, it's been some really good games. You think once some players retire, they may go over there, like Paul Pierce, maybe him and Kevin Durant can get a team together?
I think so. I think it, especially for people. Because, everyone, like, when you love and you have a passion for the sport like that, you always want to continue to play, no matter what it is you want to do. So I think whenever you retire, I think it's a good that Ice Cube came up with this because all these old heads, they want to continue playing with their boys. And I think that's a great thing to do. It's only half court. You stay on one side of the court. So I think it was a great idea, and he's making buku money off of it because the stands be packed.
Yep, so it gives them another chance to play professionally outside when they finish their career and play on TV in the limelight. But we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to continue the show. We still have our segment, Letter Lane, but don't hesitate to call us in, man, 832-230-5592. Call us in. We'll be right back.
Elevate your week with me, Zakia Larry of Zakia Larry Live, every Monday at 10 a.m. on KYND 1520 a.m.
In a world where the divorce rate is at an all-time high, we're here to offer you real-life relationship advice to help you navigate to and through your marriage.
Whether you're single or married, join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for your Love Empowerment Hour with our new show,
Sitting with the Suttons, where we're all about strengthening our community by making marriage great again. Find us on Facebook at Tristan and Cece. Whether you're single or married, join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for your Love Empowerment Hour, Sitting with the Suttons.
Sitting with the Suttons, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. on 1520 KYND.
Actress, radio host, and mother. Please welcome to Money Making Conversations, the incredible Yolanda Adams. Come on out here, girl. Let's talk about the KYD radio launch and all that.
Yes,
Let's talk about it.
radio launch next week, July 6th. We are on live. Myself.
Come on now.
Marcus D. Wiley and AV. We are back together. Full force. We are so excited. Can I tell you how excited we are about being at KYND? I mean, look at y'all. Look at y'all.
Yeah.
This right here is like amazing. Yeah.
Hi, this is Nicole R. Coleman, host of the new show, Super Bold Live. Each week, I will feature real people just like you that have stepped out on faith, overcome fear, and made bold moves that transform their lives. We are creating a community of game changers. Listen in each week and let's help you unleash the power within. Bold talk, bold impact, bold transformation. Be sure to connect with me at www.livesuperbold.com.
Super Bowl Live with Nicole R. Coleman, Tuesdays, 7 to 8 p.m. on 1520 KYND.
The power is here. KYND brings you star power. Yolanda Adams.
Can I tell you how excited we are about being at KYND?
Les Brown.
On KYND, you have something special. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Rushion McDonald.
Show some love. Show some love. We're trying to make it sound big up in this joint.
Access the power at KYNDradio.com.
We are so excited at KYND to have back the hit show Do What I Say featuring Dr. Polly Heil Neely. Doc, tell them a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, we're a holistic healthcare clinic. We do everything holistic at Abundant Health.
Welcome back to In the Game. We're continuing our sports talk, and we have a caller on the line, Big Jeff. Big Jeff, you there?
Yeah, well, how's it going, family?
What's going on, family? Good to hear from you.
Man. Yeah, good hearing from y'all, man. I hear y'all kicking that sports talk around.
Yes, go. What's up? What you wanted to talk about today?
Yes, sir. Well, man, I'm just sitting here, contemplate. Man, we got there's some big things getting ready to happen the next time in sports.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we got the Astros. They putting on the clinic right now.
Yep.
We got CP3 and Harden, and the rest of the Rockets. We can't leave them out too.
Right.
We looking real good. And Watson on the football team.
Mm-hmm.
See, I sit and watch him when he played for Clemson last year. I seen him win that championship.
Yeah, against Alabama on basically an NFL team.
Yeah. Against Alabama? Come on, man. Nobody's supposed to beat the Clemson Tide, brother.
Right.
He came out and put it on them.
Right. So who do you think will have a better season? The Houston Rockets with the new addition of CP3, or you think Deshaun Watson or lead the Houston Texans?
Well, I think both of them going to be in the playoffs. Ain't no doubt about it. I think both of them going to have a really, really great season. And baseball. I heard you talking about salaries. Baseball, that's the highest paid sports. It is in the USA.
Right.
Baseball, yeah. Baseball, then it's basketball, then it's football.
Who do you think should be the highest paid? Do you think football should trump both of those sports? Who, in your opinion, who do you think?
Yeah, really. I mean, just for the grit, the physicality of the sports, I think it should be football.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you calling and joining us, Big Jeff.
I mean, I understand where he's coming from. You know, I do think that I understand that it gets down to the nitty gritty, and you know that it is a very physical sport, 100%. But I just can't get over the fact that they just have so many people in the industry, and to run the sport, it takes so many people. But in basketball, it's like it doesn't really take that many people. But I get what y'all coming from, and I do think they do deserve a pay. A raise, you know. So I feel y'all.
Well, we're looking at this Forbes top athlete list, and surprisingly, on top of the list, it's actually a soccer player, in which he's one of the best soccer players in the world, arguably the best between him and Lionel Messi, which Lionel Messi is 3, and Cristiano Ronaldo is number 1. LeBron James is followed by number 2, then Lionel Messi 3, Roger Federer 4. I don't know, man. I think that's I'm not really surprised by our list because, like you, both of y'all mentioned a while ago, soccer is a global sport, and that was one of the 2 biggest soccer players in the world. But LeBron James, man, he's right there too. I think he made $55 million off the court, which is higher than Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. Ronaldo made 35 and Ronaldo 27 off the court. Surprise! Oh, Kevin Durant said number 5. Even though he took a pay cut, he's sitting at number 5. He made $34 million off the court, $26 million on the court in his salary. Stephen Curry is on the list. James Harden is right there at number 9. Then we have the first football player on the first football on the list after Kevin Durant. And if you had to guess, who would you guess?
After Kevin Durant?
Yeah, first football player on the list. And the Forbes top paid athletes.
That's a tough one.
You wouldn't guess Andrew Luck, would you?
No.
That's Andrew Luck sitting at number 5.
Who the heck is Andrew Luck? Who is that?
Quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. Probably one of the he's probably one of the most hyped quarterbacks coming out of college in the last few years.
But what about old boy from the Patriots?
That's what I'm saying. Tom Brady. You would think Tom Brady would be right there, but he actually took a pay cut.
To add people?
Yeah, to add to his team because he has.
So he basically he did it first before KD.
Yeah. He actually did take a pay cut.
Okay, I see you, KD. Yeah. Stealing people ideas. I see you.
But Connor McGregor's on the list at number 24. Made $7 million.
Where Mayweather?
Mayweather. I don't see him anywhere on the list, but you got to remember he didn't fight in 2016, or he's about to take his first fight in 2017. So I'm sure next year's list he will be on there.
Interesting.
Highest paid track athlete, you got Usain Bolt in at 23.
Deserves.
Well deserved. I'm surprised he's that low.
But he deserves to be up there.
Tiger Woods is still on the list. Can you believe that?
No.
He made $37 million last year off the court. And he hasn't even been playing like the normal Tiger where he was dominated golf.
Lord.
I don't know, man. Russell Westbrook's on the list at 13. And speaking of Westbrook, I think he could sign an extension and break James Harden's record for the highest paid NBA contract. You think he should sign that extension? Though? Because look, if he doesn't sign the extension, he could be a free agent next year and he could go elsewhere. Would you sign a 5-year deal?
I think he's gonna stay.
$250 million, I think.
I think he's gonna stay. First of all, the money's there. Yes, I understand he wants a ring. Cool. But I do think it can be formed. Just like Golden State was formed, he could form a team around, where he's at. And he loves his city. And I think that's, where he's going to stay. Because especially with the way how mad he was with KD leaving.
And now they got Paul George in there.
And now you got, now you getting help and then you finna go? Like, come on now, bro.
And Paul George can be a free agent next year. So if he doesn't sign an extension, him and Paul George will be both a free agent. Now, if they have a good year, let's just say they finish top 4. I think they'll be a top 4 seed in the West.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go anywhere.
What about Paul George? That's what I was getting ready. Paul George
possibly. It depends on this season. It depends on this season.
And that's what he said. He said his people talking about him wanting to go to LA has been overstated. He was like, he wanted to see what OKC is about. Kevin Durant told him that it's a really good organization, a really good city. And I think they will be a good team. And you never know. If they actually compete, anything can happen in the 7-game series. So what if they actually get to the Western Conference Finals maybe, or what if they get past Golden State? Paul George may want to reconsider leaving.
Yeah.
I don't know. You think so?
I mean, if it just, I think he would leave if it doesn't go the way he planned it to go. I think he'll leave too. And I don't think Westbrook will leave regardless. I don't think he will. I think he'll stay and
retire.
Yeah.
He's from LA.
But I don't think he's gonna leave. I just feel like he is so drawn into that organization he just can't leave.
He just seems loyal.
Yeah.
He got loyalty in his DNA.
And it's like that's not funny.
Come on, man. I'm on fire today, man. I got the lines coming,
funny,
man.
okay?
I'm on fire today.
But I just don't see him leaving at all. I don't see him leaving. But we got to get into our Little Lame segment, okay? Because that's like my favorite topic of the entire show, But I do love my sports, but Little Lame is live.
Oh, what you got for us?
What about Beyonce's twins? We finally got a picture. Oh, the Carter twins. But crazy.
If I say anything against Beyonce,
listen.
I don't want no problems behind.
Crazy because y'all remember when she did the soundtrack for Proud Family, right? So she has Blue Ivy, who is Penny, and now she has two twins, who is a boy and a girl, just like the Proud Family. Can y'all is that not crazy to y'all? Like when I saw that, I thought that was the craziest thing ever.
That's crazy. What you think about the way she looks? She don't look like she just had a baby
at all. I think but I think what she had on that
had it covered up.
It was like a corset type pants. But I do think don't get me wrong, B, you look great. Okay, do not get me wrong. And I think it was a great choice of clothing. That's just me. So I think she looked good.
She always lit.
Always.
I might have to correct you on that. That was not Beyonce who sung Proud Family song.
Yes, it was.
It was Solange Knowles.
No, it was also Beyonce. She was in the soundtrack. I didn't say the actual theme song. I said soundtrack.
Okay.
All right.
So yes.
Yeah, get up off.
Don't do me, because Proud Family was my show. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, my bad.
Because Sister was in there.
All right.
Anyway, RJ. That's what I was saying. But yeah, she named her kids Sir Carter.
Yeah, and Rumi, I think. Well, I don't know how they want to pronounce it. Okay, yeah. I don't know how they want to pronounce it, but I think it's spelled R-U-M-I.
R-U-M-I.
Yeah, R-U-M-I.
Rumi?
Mm-hmm.
Rumi.
I mean, I think that's lit, man. I think that's lit. I love the way their relationship sees, but I love the privacy that they have around their relationship as well.
I do too.
I think that's really good.
But why do these celebrities think they can name their kids like King and Sir and Blue and
why not?
All them crazy names. Like,
what makes it crazy though? It's just not the norm.
Sir Carter. My last name is Carter. What's my middle name? You know what I'm saying? Like, Sir is stopped with another middle name, with the middle name. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I say your name,
when they address his son, they gonna address him by
Carter.
Sir, can I help you? Yes, you can.
I just don't understand. Like, okay. I do.
So
hey.
Well, let's talk about the names. The name's Little Lane.
I think Sir
you
Carter together.
You know Beyonce, the Beehive is listening.
I understand, but Sir Carter together sounds great. But that's his last name.
Carter, last name.
That's not his middle name. That's his last name. Mm-hmm. So to me, it's like, what is his middle name? Because Sir, whatever his middle name is, ain't gonna go right?
Yeah.
So to me, I don't really like it. I wouldn't name my child Sir Carter. Sorry, B. But I'm just saying, okay. And then Rumi, I don't know how do you pronounce it. I'm not a fan of that either. But hey, there may be some type, because Blue Ivy came from Beyonce's spiritual something she said came from. So maybe these came from the same there Blue Ivy came from. I don't know. But I'm not a fan. But they're beautiful.
Yeah, man. Shout out, man. I don't know. I think I like it. Whatever they want it, I'm with it.
But okay, so what about the whole thing with Black China and them? That's still going on.
Is it? I haven't been following it at all.
Well, now she's setting she's trying to get a restraining order on the side chick, the side piece.
Who side piece?
The Ferrari side piece.
The dude?
Yeah, the dude that she was cheating with, because she said that he's doing some crazy things and it's scaring her and she does not like it. So now she has appearance tonight somewhere, I forgot, in Atlanta, and he cannot go. She hired extra bodyguards due to the fact that she does not want him to be there. Crazy, huh?
So
she hired the bodyguards to rob money, huh?
I think that is just so lame. Like you brought this man into the situation. He's in it now. I mean, crazy or not crazy, you crazy too. So make it work.
Man, next. Next, man. Man, that whole situation, man. I think Lonzo. I want to talk back about his shoe choice, man. I don't want to say it's lame because it's good to be independent and wear your own shoe. That's the great point. You can't knock that. But when you have your own shoe, for me personally, you wear your own shoe. If I had my own shoe, you wouldn't catch me in no other shoe but mine.
It's not that he don't want to rep his own shoe. It's the fact that he's trying to set a trend. He's trying to set a thing. I guess I don't know how to explain a thing.
I get what you're saying, especially if they will sign other athletes to the Big Baller brand. Then you tell them, look, you come over here.
You could wear whatever you want.
Right. And
but
I think
games, you wear my shoe.
Right. I think the brand will flourish well. I think Lonzo Ball is becoming one of the household names as far as celebrity-wise in the NBA. And I think he will play well, and I think the brand really will flourish. And I think they will. I think his other sons, if they end up making it to the NBA, that's only going to help the brand.
Yep.
Plus, LeVar Ball, they're getting ready to do a show. So, shouts out to them, man. Catch me Monday at the Fun Day Record.
I will not be there, guys.
Right, you getting ready to go? Where are you going?
I'm going to Dubai, then to Ghana, y'all. So pray for me. Keep me in your prayers. I will be back in 2 weeks and 3 days. So pray for me.
Now, also, we'll be going to Puerto Rico on Thursday.
Party!
So, yeah, we will be going on a little vacation. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Everyone commenting on our Facebook feed.
We love y'all.
Thank you for checking in with us. Thank you for all the support. We'll see you next week.
The views and opinions expressed on KYND 1520 talk programs are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its owners, management, other hosts, or advertisers. Show topics on this station may include conversations on any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practices. KYND, a Synergy Broadcasting Company.